videos every single week. I know that you're out there. I apologize for not getting on last week. I had lost a good friend of mine, and so I kind of been taking some time for myself. There's a time to do that. And so I am back, and I really genuinely missed doing last week's video. I like, first of all, it forces me to study the market, to provide you guys with some great properties and to kind of see what's going on and, what are the prices doing? What's happening in our market? Because what I'm finding right now is the trend is holding strong, that there just are too many buyers in our market and not enough sellers. And I asked a question in our weekly meeting, what do you think is the reason behind this inventory problem where we have way more buyers and not enough sellers? Is it that, people are maybe afraid to sell because if they sell, they kind of have a new issue, which is that they have to take on either a larger payment or they have to, finagle some things. Maybe in your situation, one of you has lost your job, but you've been able to kind of finagle the finances and hold strong and still keep things normal as possible, and so on paper, you don't have what you used to have, but you could afford something. What's happening in the world? The news shares so much, but the reality is I practice hopefully what I preach, which is to turn all of that off and to just focus on truth and what's in front of you. And sometimes it's just what the average Joe is talking about. That's where the answers come. And so those are kind of the things that I'm finding. I'm not sure if you want to throw in any comments, maybe why you wouldn't sell during this time, even if you don't own, like why you probably wouldn't. And because I'm trying to get to the heart of how do we get more people to join the market during this time? Everybody's saying, man, they're really uncertain times. Yeah, they are. But the reality is that the real estate market's still moving. There's still closings every single day. And people are making that decision either to move to Florida or to move across town, or start a new life, And what we're finding is that a lot of people are nesting during this time. They're improving their homes during this time. And I don't know if it's because, I'll just say for us, we're redoing our master bedroom and bathroom at the current moment, bit by bit by bit, every free moment that I get. And, the reality is that this is our abode. We spend a lot of time here. I work from home a lot of the time. And so we want this to be a place of respite. We want this to be a place that we enjoy living because we're spending a larger quantity and percentage of our time in our home during this season and this year. So, it's just interesting things going on. So, throw in the comments, what are you dealing with? What's your situation? And what do you think is going to happen? If you are somebody, again, it kind of says it in my title here. If you're somebody who you've even had the inkling of selling, let's just have a discussion. What does that look like for you? Is now even the right time? Do the numbers and the mechanics work? And because the challenge is that if anybody is looking to buy at this current point, I'm just flat out saying it. If you don't have your pre-approval, meaning that you've talked to a licensed loan originator and you've gotten approved for, a certain ballpark range of a loan based on your current income, it's really not even worth looking for a home at this point, because what's going to happen is what's happening to a lot of people, where you view a home and if you don't put in an offer immediately, somebody else is going to pick it up. That's what we're dealing with. Another individual that I work alongside with, he was talking about how a property came on Sunday, and he, or maybe it was Saturday, and then on Sunday he took his clients to go view it, and they were getting there early in the morning. There were 4 people lined up at the door for this property. This is what we're dealing with in our market currently, especially for the good homes. The ones with problems, the ones that, don't have good layouts, that don't have a little bit more of a modern feel, they're sitting longer and it's taking a while for their prices to come down, because they're watching everybody else and they're saying, well, they're doing good prices, I'm going to keep mine higher, but then they're continuing not to sell. And so, you're just starting to see those different things. But let me get to the actual homes instead of giving you a long dissertation about the current state of the Sarasota, Bradenton real estate market. So I'm going to share my screen here, And here we go. And I'm going to pull myself up on Facebook at the current moment because I just want to make sure that I'm actually seeing what you're seeing rather than you just staring at a blank screen the entire time. I'm excited because this weekend I'm going to Orlando and I'm going to be having some pool time with my parents, and we're gonna be spending some good quality time together the entire time. And there it is. So I don't like how that's showing up on the screen. So let me do that. That's what I like. All right, so here we go. So the first property I've got for you, it's 12211 Seabrook Avenue. This is in 34211. If you know where Mallory Park is, this is going to be south of State Road 64 and east of Lakewood Ranch Boulevard. If you know where the Publix at Lakewood Ranch and 64 is, kind of back in that area. That is an exploding area at the current moment. North Lakewood Ranch, New Lakewood Ranch, Central Park, Mallory Park, whatever you want to call it. Mallory Park is the neighborhood. This is a phase 1 home. So it's a big home. It's 4,400 square feet. It's a 4.5, built in 2018. And I really liked this house. I just wanted to show it to you because I like the style of it. You know, it's cute. You know, I like that kind of more country feel that maybe if you've lived in the North, especially in the Midwest, you know, this is a very normal kind of style home for a new home. But down here in Florida, it's just not stucco, and I like that. A lot of people like grand entry staircases. It's not something that we get in Florida much unless it's a custom home for whatever reason. That's just something that I've noticed. There's your kitchen there. I'm getting attacked today, guys. It's got your white kitchen. Everybody's painting their kitchens right now. It's getting easier and easier to do it. I still refuse to manually paint my kitchen, despite my wife asking me and asking me and asking me. It's not the painting I care about. It's the sanding. Yeah, any of y'all ever done that before? I was talking with some friends that did it this week, and they had lots of fun doing it. So great standard bedrooms here, but you got your showers. This is your upstairs playroom. Man, those bonus rooms are really, really great to have, especially if you can take advantage of the space. That's your upstairs bathroom for all the bedrooms. I like the little cubby there. That's really cute. I'm a broken record. I say this stuff like every time. I'm a sucker for wood stuff, but it's true. I'm a sucker for it. It's a great lake view there, and I love the pool. The square, or rather rectangular pools are water in right now. If you have a curvy pool, that was so 2005. And it's just a great home. It's got your tile roof, which is going to last you 30 to 50 years. So if you're somebody like me where you know you're not going to be staying in the home forever, you're never going to have to worry about the roof. And cute house. I really liked it. I don't know if I said the price. It's priced at $850. So, and there was just a price decrease. So that interests any of you, let me know. I would love to get inside that house and have an excuse to do so. And so this next house I'm going to show you, it's in Deer Creek. If you don't know where Deer Creek is, it's an older established neighborhood. This home was built in 2002, and it is in Palmer Ranch. So it's south of Clark, west of kind of Honore, that area. Oh, I didn't show you on the map the last one. That's okay. Just know kind of East Bradenton. But this one, let's pull it up for you map people. Here we go. And I was totally wrong. Why did I think that was in Deer Creek? Well, that's embarrassing. Let me see. Do I have the right thing? 756-447-5616. This is the beauty of doing things. Let me make sure that's the house. It's not even the house I wanted to show you. So we're going to show you this house anyways because I've got it. So this is a home. I don't know anything about it. 34240, which means it's East Bee Ridge Road, just before you get to Lorain. They just built a brand new Publix in this area right here. And there, if you haven't been out in this area, this used to be kind of like all the out east churches. So that was really the only reason to go out there unless you were going into Bentry, which is kind of this area right here. And then it dead end in the Lorain. Now they're extending Lorain all the way down south. and then you can take it all the way up to State Road 64, where they're also building another Publix. But this area is really exploding in terms of commerce. So you won't have to go out very far, and then you can see it's a quick ride to I-75. There's a racetrack that was just built like 3 years ago right there. So let's go ahead and show you this home. It's $729,000 4.3, 2,756 square feet, 3734 Eagle Hammock Drive in Sarasota. Let's jump in and let's take a look, and let's see if this is worth even our time. It's got that tile roof, built in 2002. You're going to get another 15 years out of it. Great hardwood floors throughout. I really like the kitchen in this home because they've done a nice job with the backsplash. You can get, the thing with these built-ins, I remember we had them in our home that we built in, I was in kindergarten, so that would have been like 93. Sorry if I just made somebody feel really old. They didn't make them for large enough for big TVs. So back when they came out with the big projection TVs, you sometimes couldn't fit them. But then when we did the flat screens, you couldn't really do it. That's a good size. I don't know if you could get a 75-inch or an 80-inch in there, but you could probably do something close. All right, Chris, shut up about the TV and just show me the house. Yeah, they did a really nice job on this kitchen. Having the lit up kind of showcase cabinetry up there, I really like that. I saw that in another house that was more farmhouse style. I really, really like that, because what did we do with that space before, right? We would do some crown molding around the top, and you just put like fake plants or books. Or I was actually talking with Jess last week, and I was like, we used to do bird cages. Bird cages were the thing back in the late 2000s. And, I love how look at that seamless floor throughout the bedrooms. There's no door jams there and separators. I love that. That's when you know it was a good job done, because they did it all at once. It wasn't pieced together. That's cute how they did the shutters in the bedroom like that. Don't see that very often. Extra wide hallway here to be able to get into the master. Vaulted ceilings and a nice view of the pool. They did a really nice job here. They're taking some of the older elements, but really making it work with the new to something that'll last a good solid 20 to 30 years in terms of design. I'm going to go 20. It won't last 30. Nothing lasts 30 years in design. There you go. Well, you know what? For typing in the wrong number or writing down the wrong number, I think we did pretty good on finding. Oh, is that a lifeguard stand out there? That's pretty cool. It's got the jacuzzi, and then you have a nice view in the back there. I don't know if this is on a lake or not. Yeah, so that's on Marsh. So something tells me that was a bird watcher that lived there, and that's why they've got the lifeguard stand. Yeah, pretty cool. That'd be a nice spot. And that East Bee Ridge area is really, it's not that it's preserved. It wasn't really planned out in terms of expansion. And so there's a level of preservation that happens out there. So, I read this book once. It's called Failing Forward. It's probably the best book I've ever read by John Maxwell. And, if you don't fail, you don't learn. And I could talk about it all day long, but that was one of those failures that turned into lemonade. All right, so let's go to the next one. This is going to be 1876 Rose Street. Wow, it's not like a 37th Street Cordy's Place kind of address. I like that. Traditional, just name addresses that you can spell. So 1876 Rose Street. It's in 34239, which means in this case it's going to be west of the trail, which means west of US 41 in Sarasota, north of Siesta Drive, which is Siesta Key. It takes you to Siesta Key and Midnight Pass and all that. And then it's going to be south of the hospital, Sarasota Memorial Hospital. So a lot of expensive homes in this block of an area. And your price per foot's pretty high. It's priced at $594, and it's 1,644 square feet. So you're going, man, 1,600 square feet for $600,000. Yep, that's right, because of the location. So this is a 3-2 built in 1926. This is not the style home I get to show very often. Look at that. I love this stuff. It is just so charming. It's a very kind of thin strip of land, so you can only do so much with a home I guess you can call it depth, with the depth of this kind of lot. A lot of the homes on this street in particular are being demoed, and they are rebuilding into very luxurious model spec homes, and they're being sold. We actually have one currently on Clematis Street, priced at $1.9 million, which is just a stone's throw away here. Also, I don't know how to say it right. Bougainvillea. I don't know. I've got one out front. My friend Katie gave us a potted one when they moved to Texas, and it's actually bloomed very nice right now. And we've got one on that street, priced at 1.5. So you can see that this is just a different type of demographic. If you're from the north and you've seen homes like this, they're a dime a dozen. But in Sarasota, Bradenton in particular, this is a rare find because we really didn't develop, in the 1920s. That was not a time that this area was really developing. And why? Because we didn't have AC, and it was like death in the air. You can pay me to live here in 1926. So that's the home. I didn't really talk about the home, but it'll speak for itself. Let me show you on the map exactly where it is, even though I gave you a very, very in-depth description as to where it was. So let me back up here. So it's just south of Sarasota Heights and South Poinsettia. This is they're building some homes on the water over here that are just humongo homes. Here's Sarasota right here. The pink is SMH. And then, like I said, Siesta Drive, this takes you out to Midnight Pass, and Siesta Key is right here. I did it a couple weeks ago. I did the drive from another neighborhood this house right here off the corner of Goldenrod and South Osprey. It took me less than 15 minutes to get to the parking. One other thing I wanted to show you is this yellow right here, just off Hillview and Hyde Park. These are all the restaurants and different things. Perk coffee bars right there. There's so much happening in that area. So you could be one of those people that just kind of ride your bike up there and really get to enjoy the scene. But more importantly, the big thing is your investment. That you're investing in the land. This is land that's going to really stay around for a long time. And what you'll also see in this area as well, for those of you nerds who want to learn about this area, is that depending on what's happening with the home, I'd say probably to the east of it, right here, you might find that some people will come in and they'll pick up this house. They might sit on it and rent it out for 10 years until this one becomes worth it, and then they'll combine the lot and they'll go ahead and build a monster home on it. So that's my projection for the future. You can see it was done right here on this corner, so it's going to be getting done on this corner. We're also seeing that start to begin down here off of the east side. So this whole area is blowing up in a certain way. And why? Because it's right next to the hospital. A lot of doctors, you've got the attorneys that live in downtown. They want to be there in 10 minutes. I don't blame them at all for doing it. So let's go to the next one. This one's going to be in Gulfgate. Again, kind of one of those areas with great little shops. It's really a gem. If you've never been down to Gulfgate for dinner, I highly recommend going to that area. There's actually a really kind of hole-in-the-wall barbecue place. Can't think of the name. Actually, you know what? This is my live stream. I can do whatever I want. Let's find it. You want to find some good barbecue, guys? I'm telling you what. This is worth it. This is worth the time because, like I said, it's kind of a hole in the wall. So you want to find out about it, because otherwise you'll just never know what is going on here. Oh, okay, I need to go out. That's why. Let's see. Not the Fresh Flamingo. It's this guy right here. Pride of the South Barbecue. Look at that. Well, okay. I haven't been to Sarasota. Look at this. 354 reviews and a 4.7 star rating. That right there tells you everything you need to know. I got, what did I get? I just got a pulled pork sandwich, and I got some fried green tomatoes. Yeah, that's it. Like I said, it's a hole in the wall, but really, really good. The lady in there was super nice, and their cornbread was good. I don't know about you. The cornbread for me, I don't like it cakey and dry. I like it. I like it. Well, maybe that is cakey. I like it moist. Oh yeah, there's a picture of the pulled pork there. Man, are you guys getting hungry for some barbecue right now? Look at that. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Pride of the South Barbecue in Gulfgate. If you would like to live just down the street from it, you can live in this 2,263 square foot home. It is a 4-3 built in 1974, and it's $459 is the price. It's over in Gulfgate Woods. If you've ever cut through there before, it's a very well-established neighborhood. Has kind of a Venice feel to it. More just because of the age of the homes. I mean, that's Gulfgate Woods. It's 1974. That's kind of what a lot of that feel is. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. It is, I'm not going to say it's not a neighborhood for kids, but it's definitely a 55 plus friendly community. It is not 55 plus, but it is 55 plus friendly. And part of the reason is because it was kind of your off Siesta Key housing prior to the explosion of Sarasota. So kind of show you on the map here. Let's see. So yeah, here's Clark Road, Stickney Point, and then this takes you right over to Siesta. Main general parking for Siesta is right there. So could you bike? Depends on who you are. But you can come back here. This whole neighborhood back in here, it's actually really, really pretty. So let's actually show me the house, Chris. So here we go. It's a Gulfgate Woods beauty. Why am I showing you this house? Well, they've redone it. They've really done a nice job redoing it. If you like the older homes, if you like that cozier feel with your homes, those established neighborhoods, to me, they've done a very nice job bringing this into the 21st century, but keeping it not country, not craftsman, just keeping it homey. They've done a nice job with it. It has everything you would ever need to be able to run a family. It has a good layout, which is something that's very important to me. That's a nice master. If you're not somebody who uses a tub, this is a great master for you. Obviously, they've taken advantage of the playroom as the fourth bedroom, and they've just done a nice job overall. We installed these kind of layover sinks in our master, and I really, really like it. I didn't think I'd like it as much. I thought it was going to be a little awkward, but I really have enjoyed it. I really like this pool. Again, the squarish pool in this case, or a rectangular pool. That's what's in right now. So, from a design standpoint, it sticks with the line of the house, but then it also sticks with the current design today, which is a turn on, believe it or not. People will not buy houses because it doesn't have a square pool, but everything else is perfect. So you never know. So they did a nice job with the back patio there. Could be a really nice area to enjoy at night. So they threw in a picture of the library, but I see where they were going here. But yes, Gulfgate Library, if you've never seen this place, you've just seen it. It's really, really pretty. And I think on Tuesdays, probably not now, but on Tuesdays, typically they would have puppy and reading time for the kids. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you can go over there and enjoy some puppies and reading. So that is a neighborhood I've never shown on my Hot Drop, and I am glad that I have. I used to, for my old job, I used to drive through there all the time, and so I kind of know that neighborhood a little bit more than most, because unless you got a reason to really drive back there, you wouldn't. So the last home I'm going to show you is kind of a tribute to my friend who passed away last week, and this it's kind of a joke between me and myself. This is kind of like this is a version of the home layout that they have, and it's the same builder, and everything. So I just wanted to show you this house because I was thinking about him, and I saw this layout, and I said, well, shoot, since there's a 3% price decrease, I might as well show you. So it's a 3,500 square foot, almost 3,600 square foot, 3-3 built in 2015. Well, there's one of those addresses, 16103 30th Court East in Parrish. It's in the neighborhood of Twin Rivers. Let me show you where that is for you people who don't live out in the country like I do. I live in River Plantation. I will divulge that information on the internet, which is just on the new river or the new river over the new bridge, the new Fort Hamer Bridge. This is River Plantation. You cannot currently get to not River Plantation. Thank you. Twin Rivers from there, even though it looks like it. There's a bridge right here. Yeah. And you can't do it. Anyways, there's a fruit farm. They're eventually going to expand this, and they'll actually be able to cut through to North Rye Road, but there's some eminent domain issues, and they're just working all that out. Anyways, the reason I say that is just because it will be easier to travel out east once they make that simple, tiny expansion. So Twin Rivers, another way you can get there is Golf Course Road. So you'll go up either Rye at 64 and get in from there. 301 is right here, and you can hop on Fort Hamer Golf Course. For those of you who think like, oh my gosh, this is like so far out, I'm telling you, it's really not as far out as it looks because it's so easy to travel. You can see the main neighborhood there. It's off 64, boom, 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 you're done. And it's an extra 10 minutes than what you would normally do. If you live in West Bradenton, it takes you 20 minutes to get to the interstate. So, I mean, this is the same, if not less. So, okay, show me the house, Chris. Did I go through it yet? $825,000, 3.3, built in 2015. Here we go. And I'm showing you this because of the lot. I really like the lot, and I like the inside too, but I'm showing it to you because of the lot. It's a great layout of a home. They really did a lot of the upgrades that the builder offers. You know, when they're trying to upsell you into everything that costs 3 and 4 times the amount that it costs them to make. And it's on a nice cul-de-sac there. You come in, you've got your dining room to the right, and then off the left you have a nice office. And big open room there. I really, really like the open space in this room. It's really functional for large families. There's that office off the front of the house. And it takes you right out to the purpose of this home, which is the pool. I really like that. One thing that you see in this layout of a home is the size of the bar. Look at the size of the bar. I want you to think about how many homes that I've ever shown you, or you've ever been in, or you've ever looked online on Zillow or whatever. How many homes have had that size of an island? I can't really think of any others. And frankly, the only other one I can think of is the one I'm paying tribute to right now. I mean, they did an absolute crazy awesome job making this island nice and large for those large families that maybe you're a family that you don't need the formal dining table, or you don't need it in the kitchen nook. You just eat at the bar every night. It's more casual. If you're a party person, that's great for having little buffets and party trays and different things. I really like that. It's got the built-ins in the closets, and then I love the tub. You know, those tubs are in right now. Really, they're really hot right now. So, you ever think of Zoolander when you say that? Oh, so hot right now. So, got the nice chandeliers. They really thought of everything in this home, and it just, for me, it checks all the boxes. It's got a great open area and grill to the left with a hood. I gotta show that to you. I forgot that this had it. The pagoda. I don't know. I think this pagoda is actually remote controlled, and you can actually flatten it out. I'd have to get confirmation on that. I've never seen anything like that. That's kind of, your iron. Is that iron that they make screens out of? But the screen frame, it seems like it's that same material. It's really unique. So it's saying it's an adjustable louvered pergola. So pergola. Not pergola. So interesting. I've never seen that before. You learn something new every day. It's got that nice square look to the pool, but got little additional features. It's a great home. Turf inside of the screen. I'm seeing this more and more, and I even saw a house a couple weeks ago. I really loved the concept, and I think if we ever expand out back, we're going to do the same thing, where you put the play set that you get for the kids on turf inside of your screen lanai. I found that was it just looked like it would really work. And so, if you've got the issues with your kids being out, if you live by a lake like this and you're afraid of your kids running out and getting eaten by the alligators, that is kind of a great compromise because it's less likely they're actually going to go through the screen. So really neat home that I wanted to show you. So let's see. Oh, if the house didn't sell you, let the deer sell you. They're definitely out there. It's that, man, they really went all out on the deer there. Oh dear. So there's more pictures. Let me keep going. I'm going to keep going. Yeah, so that's the Twin Rivers neighborhood. They do have great amenities in the neighborhood. It's expanding. They've got new phases going in right as we speak, and Golf Course Road that it is off of has really exploded. Another neighborhood that has a lot of new homes, I believe it's a Neal community, is Canoe Creek. I really like the style of Canoe Creek. Twin Rivers is nice because they have all these large lots. That's not something, actually I'll just show you on the map all these different lots because you'll get an idea of how big these things are. I mean, these are monster lots. Oversized lots. So if you're somebody that you want that little bit of extra space between the houses, you want that land, that's really something to pay attention to. And let me just show you like Canoe Creek, for example, that is just down the road. If the map has updated. I don't think the map is updated, but I mean, that's your standard neighborhood. A lot smaller homes. There's not as much space on the right and left sides of the homes. So those are all good things to pay attention to. Let's see here. Do that. All right, I'm back. Thank you so much for watching today. I enjoy doing these videos. If you have a home that you just want me to show because you think other people would really enjoy seeing this home, I'll put it up. If you're selling your home, and even if it's through another realtor or agent, I'll be happy to show it for you. It's free to just throw it up. You never know who in my network might actually buy your home. And more importantly, I do want to drill this in again, that the world isn't falling apart. I mean, there are things happening and things are changing and things are getting uncomfortable for us in this nice, perfect world that we've been able to live in for the last 50, 60 years or whatever. I mean, but you have to remember, we used to live in a time where there were bomb shelters being built as additions to the lots and homes. I mean, because we were worried about a nuclear crisis. We were worried about communism. And I think it was Ronald Reagan who said, that in the 80 years that he had lived, that, he had seen the rise of communism and he had seen the death of it. And although that may not be the case today, what we are seeing is a rise in the entrepreneurship. If there's anything that I've seen that has come through the COVID experience, it's people who have been forced out of their comfort zones, aka their jobs, and they've been forced into actually doing something with their lives. They've been forced to go after that dream, to go after that business that they, have been putting off, and they said, well, for a rainy day, I'll do it someday. And that someday was forced upon them, and so they finally are taking the leap. I'm excited because I've closed a lot of leases on commercial properties in the last couple of weeks. That's been where my focus has been as well. And so, two of them are, one of them is a company of a young woman who, she sells like athletic gear and she does gym classes. But this is her first time really getting out there and getting into the brick and mortar concept, but she wants to do more personal one-on-one courses with people. And so I sold her a great lease this week. Another individual is a cabinetry company. And he's like, dude, I cannot stay in the size place that I've been in for all these years. I've been able to manage it, but he said ever since this year, he said my business has just exploded. I have to have more space to do my work because I'm hiring like crazy. So we got him into a place that was double the size, and he's finally like, yes, it's so worth it for him. And it was even worth the price of the move. So, there's so much happening in the world right now that is so good, that is so exciting. And if you are somebody that need to see that excitement, you need to see that positivity happening, I'm telling you, get out of your bubble, get out of your world, see what's going on around you. We are exploding like crazy. We are not contracting. I saw an article today that said that in 2020 we're going to contract 6%, but 2021 will be an explosion. Give me a break. The reality is that you cannot predict that we're going to see a 6% contraction when we couldn't even predict where COVID numbers were going to be 6 weeks from now. And then you're going to predict that how 2021 is going to look? Give me a break. You are not going to know what 2021 is going to look like until we know what 2021 looks like. We didn't know what 2020 was going to look like on February 1st. So the reality is I want you to stay positive. If I could pass anything good to you, stay positive during this time. Ignorance is bliss. I'm not saying be stupid. I'm not saying don't pay attention, don't know what's going on around you. But stay ignorant to a point that if you're being overtaken by negativity in this world right now, then you've got to control what comes through your mental filter, and you've got to focus on what you want and go after it. Picture what you want your life to look like. Picture what you want your world to look like. Picture what you want your home to look like. I can help you with that. If you have any just like personal consulting stuff that you're just like, Chris, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I have people text me all the time like, Chris, I don't know what I should be doing. What do you think? That's what I love to do. Text me. 941-224-9005. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. For those of you who did, thank you. Share, these homes with other people. If you think they might like it, just share it with them. Let me know. I can always help. So, yeah, we'll see you next week. I'm looking